now bound for the moon. Humanity's next.
Look. Yup, that is exactly what you think it is. A zip line taking the astronauts off of the rocket right before it goes up and flies straight up and then down and lands in the ocean because they're not actually going to space.
Good roll pitch.
Because it's not real like you know it. There's a reason why the first moon mission since 1969 took place on April 1st of all days. It's because it wasn't even happening in the first place. Because they cannot go to the moon, and they've never been able to go to the moon. The rocket flies up and then it falls straight down into the ocean. And that zip line took those astronauts straight off. That's why we didn't see them on the live stream at all. We just saw the crappy CGI picture of the rocket flying nowhere. We didn't even see the astronauts in the cockpit. It's ridiculous. If Richard Nixon could call with a landline phone all the way up to the moon in 1969, why can't we have a live stream of them in the cockpit while it was even on the ground? Because that didn't even show up at all. We didn't even see them before they launched on the ground inside the ship at all.
Artemis 2 now bound for the moon.
It is the highest high.
We're going to the moon.
Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we give all praises, honor, and glory to my power, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of great millstone who rule well and teach well, being great examples to us, my brothers. Peace and blessings to those who elect, Lord willing, we be a part of that number. I'm the brother Kadar from the GMS Batch of Chicago, coming back with another video. This video is going to be entitled Moon Landing Deception. You know, as you've seen in these two clips before you, you know, this is total deception from Esau Edom again. You know, first and foremost, this Artemis, they named the spaceship after Artemis, you know, and that's the first is going into woman worship, period. You know, but that's the Greek god. All right, it says moon goddess, mother god. All right, and that's what the Greeks believe in, man. All right, you got Zeus, Artemis. All right, and they believe they created Adonis, which is all mythology. All right. That shit's not real. You know, it's just idols. You know, these different gods, like I made in my Easter video yesterday, are translated, you know, into different kingdoms, and they just give it a different name. You know, but this is total deception, okay? Because we understand that first and foremost, you can't get past the Van Allen belt. You know, what they call Leo. You can't get past that. No human body can get past that. Okay? Your body isn't made to go out of space. This flesh isn't made to go out of space. Okay? Hey, you can't even go out there. You know? And it makes zero sense. You know, because the Most High set that challenge for Esau. If he could, you know, go to the bottom of the sea. You know, go to the heights of heaven. You know, then he'll cast out Israel. Esau, he's trying, but he just can't do it. He just can't do it, man. You know, let's read this Genesis 1 and verse 14. And Yahweh said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years. All right, hey, Sirach, the 43rd chapter. Okay, it says, and let them be for lights in the firmament for the heaven to give light upon the earth. And it was so. And Yahweh made two great lights. All right. The greater light to rule the day, and the lesser lights to rule the night. He made the stars also. So this is Yahweh Shai, all right, the elect, the angels, all right, creating the element, not the elements. Okay, they're creating the lesser light, all right, and the greater light. All right, what's the lesser light? The moon. What's the greater light? The sun. So we can read Colossians 1. All right, the first creation of Yahweh was Yahweh Shai, and Yahweh Shai created everything else from the blueprint that was given to his father Yahweh, that was given to him from his father Yahweh. Okay, I believe that's Colossians 1:15. All right, the firstborn. Okay, it says Yahweh made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. So the moon is a light. All right, it's the lesser light compared to the sun, but the moon is a light. You're not gonna physically land on the light, you know. So Esau's fucking retarded, man. You know, hey, you try to touch a lamp that's been lit for fucking 8 hours. The light been on for 8 hours, man. You try to touch that and grip it and palm it, your hand's gonna burn, man. Okay, you over here thinking you gonna go to the fucking the moon, man. Esau's a fuck. Hey, this nigga just prideful. This nigga just prideful, man. You know, but that's a part of those. That's a part of those enchantments, man. That's all witchcraft. That's all witchcraft to deceive you people, man. This devil's not going to the moon. Okay. You know, it just doesn't make any sense. You know, and I want to grab this Jeremiah 49 and verse 7. Okay, let me grab that real quick, because hey, Esau's being, his wickedness is being uncovered. All right, the whole world's looking at this devil like, man, you a fraud. Okay, this Jeremiah 49 and verse 7. Concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? All right, so Esau is through right now. All the decisions he's making is backfiring on him. Look at what's going on with Trump, all right, in the U.S. against Iran right now. Okay? Hey, look at all the distractions that this devil's trying to push, all right, with him to distract the masses of what's really going on. And it's only making it worse. All right, every decision that this devil's making is ultimately backfiring on him, man. That's why it says there's no more wisdom in Teman. These niggas are stupid. You know, especially this nigga Trump. You know? It says, flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of Dedan, for I will bring the calamities of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him. If grape gatherers come to thee, would they not leave some gleaning grapes? If thieves by night, they will destroy till they have enough. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places. He shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, Salakia, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. Okay, hey, so this devil is being exposed left and right. Okay, he's just gonna have to shut this whole thing down. All right, the prophets are out here. All right, you got the whistleblowers, and the prophets been saying this before everybody. Not everybody been claiming, they've been saying this, they've been calling this, man. Get the fuck out of here. The prophets starting from the apostles on down, been calling this out, man. Been calling this out. Okay, and this devil's being exposed, man. You know, and people, at first they thought the first moon landing was like, they thought that was legit. You know, then they like, how come they haven't been back since? You know, like the dude said, if Nixon was able to use a landmine to talk to them, man, hey, that makes zero sense. That makes zero sense whatsoever. You know, hey, that rocket flew up in the heavens and curved and went right back into the water, man. You know, because it's not leaving our atmosphere, man. The Lord is not going to allow it. Okay, let's grab this Revelation 13, because this is a part of those. Let me just grab it. Revelation 13. 1 second. It's Revelation 13 and verse 14. I'll get straight to the point. It says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live, right? And this devil, you know, now he has that technology. He could chip people to make a paraplegic, you know, or people who are vegetables. You know, he can make their body function again. You know, those are a part of the miracles. You know? As a matter of fact, Salaki, let me read verse 13. All right, let me get straight to the point because I'm on my lunch break. It says that he doeth great wonders so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. All right, and this devil, before the atom bombs, man, they ain't seen nothing like that. Okay? And that really made the earth, made the inhabitants of the earth fear America. But now the Lord is putting the spirit on them to create their own weapons, man. The scriptures say the weak shall say I'm strong. All right, now you got little nations bucking up against the U.S. All right, and we see the process of that happening. All right, Iran is a regional power, not a global power on paper. Is whooping the U.S. Okay, and Russia is standing guard for them, man. So we see the prophecy being fulfilled. Okay, but another part of those great wonders are the rockets. Hey, nobody thought Esau would, quote unquote, send a rocket to the moon, quote unquote. You know, like I said, quote unquote. You know, because we know this devil didn't. But these people are fooled. All right, they're bamboozled. Okay. And like I said, this is a part of that deception, that witchcraft that this devil has put, you know, on the earth. You know, in which majority of the people know. You still got some dumbasses that actually think that was real, but majority of the people know, like, this dude ain't getting past the Van Allen belt, man. All right, America, hey, everyone's sick of this devil's deception, man. Nothing is real about America. Okay. And the Lord is humbling this place, man. Slowly but surely. Now, this guy is Isaiah 47 and verse 12. And I want to grab it in the blue letter. Give me 1 second, Salakia. Isaiah chapter 47. And verse 12. It says, stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorcerers, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. Okay, it says, keep on then with your magic spells and with your many sorceries, which you have labored at since childhood. Perhaps you will succeed, perhaps you will cause terror. Thou art wearied. Damn, Salakia. It says, thou art weary in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Right. And they're not going to be able to. Okay. It says, at all the counsel you have received has only warned you out. Let your astrologers come forward. All right. Those stargazers who make predictions month by month. Okay. It says, let them save you from what is coming upon you. Right. Because Esau has these meetings with his witches and warlocks, and they give him counsel through the left-hand side. But those spirits work for Yahweh Shemel Shai. You know? So his time is up, man. Esau's time is up. You know, and best believe they sending Esau right off. Okay, because they work for Yahweh Shemel Shai as well, man. The Lord controls both sides. You know, you don't think those witches and warlocks gave them the counsel to send Artemis, you know, to quote unquote send Artemis to the moon? You know? But these devils are being exposed, like I said, man. Let me see. That was the point. You know, and I suggest bros watch these clips back, man. You know, because this is just deception, pure deception, man. So I'm on my lunch break, Salaki. I just want to get straight to the point. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Shai Bashim Kakodash. Double honor to the apostles, elders, great millstone. Peace and blessing to the full elect, Lord willing, will be a part of that number. Shalom, Kwame Sharala, Wa Ball.